So we've still got 2 skaters to go in this group. And up next from the Czech Republic, skating in the Europeans for the 4th time, hasn't competed here for the last 3 years, and never inside the top 20. This is Lukas Rakowski, and his music from the soundtrack of the film Kill Bill.
Triple flip and just the double toe loop, the second part of that combination. And the technical specialist looking at every element and giving a scale of value to each one. So just having the double on the end of the combination takes that down. Triple looks.
Very good speed and a well-centered combination spin. Now, it's so important for the skaters to be innovative in the step sequence.
Six revolutions required on each foot for the camel spin. Double axel.
A little bit of travel on that spin at the end there, but a good performance there from Lukas Rakowski. He should be pleased with that. Fought hard. Technically, not the hardest elements that we've seen, and certainly the step sequence, not the highest level, but a good performance and a pleasing program to watch. Not sure if that was the soundtrack of Kill Bill. I've got the vinyl of that track, and it's Santa Esmeralda,
yes,
as I remember.
Yes. And for part of the time he was really feeling the music there. So things to look out for are, when you're looking at the step sequence, it's the difficulty and the content value that the judges are looking for within that section, and how fast you go makes it more difficult. So the step sequences here were fairly easy. You'll see people doing rockers, counters, brackets, twizzles, and putting a lot more content in because that element is marked. And the judges have the replay system, of course, so that they can play back now as they sit and just check if somebody landed on 2 feet or if they were completely round on the jump.
Yes, and that's crucial. Complete rotation on the jumps is very, very important, because if a jump is landed with more than a quarter of the rotation missing, then it will be marked. Say they do a triple Lutz, for example, and it's more than a quarter under rotated, it will be marked as a bad double Lutz. So in effect, the value of that is crucial. So rotation is the key thing, and the judges will need that super slow-mo, because sometimes it's things happen so quick out there, it's difficult to tell exactly whether the jump is fully rotated or not.
And we had a little glimpse of the step sequence there. Sometimes the step sequence can look quite dynamic when there's a lot of turning, a lot of arm movements, but when you get down to what's happening with the feet, and the actual difficulty of the turns. That's, as well as the overall impression, what the judges are evaluating.
So lots of school children in the arena again, as they were for the compulsory dances. Not as full as we've seen it, probably about half full. There were nearly 7,000 people in here for the pairs short program last night. A long, long wait for these marks. Of course, the judges have got so much to look at, so much to work out now.
And the technical specialist too. The coach I spoke to this morning, she said, I'm a technical specialist. She said, you need to be in order to coach these days. It's like you almost have to do a degree to understand the, what makes up each point of these technical elements and then the components that we're looking at here.
So 26.5 for technical, 23.82 the mark for the components, 50.32, and that puts him in 8th place at this stage, behind Andrei Lezin of Russia. There they are. They're having a great afternoon. Now, next up, a young man who